Señoritas y señores, bienvenidos a otro video para Español 1. Welcome back everybody, this is video número 2. Video number 2 in your YouTube instructional video series starring your pal, Señor Barbosa, trying to get you to learn Español. Thanks for finding me everybody on my YouTube channel. I hope it wasn't that difficult of a search. Again, as I said last week, but I'll say it again, if it's important to you, then you'll make time to do whatever you need to do in order for you to be successful at Español. We got an action-packed video this time around, so not a whole lot of time for, anecdotes or storytelling. So let's get back right at it. The last time we talked about Spanish-related stuff, you had learned all about numbers and the Spanish alphabet and pronunciation, but now it's time for us to roll up our sleeves and let's get down to the nitty-gritty as we learn all of the vocabulary for chapter para empezar, chapter PE. So let's get right to it. Here we go. Muy bien, señoritas y señores, muchas gracias. Thank you for all of you who are taking me for Español 1 for finding me on my YouTube channel on this video número 2. And even if you don't have me as your teacher for Spanish 1, if you still have the purple book, maybe these videos will help you out. So thanks very much for taking the time to watch these videos. If you have me for your teacher and if you are attending Chino Hills High School in beautiful, lovely Chino Hills, California, USA, this is what my webpage looks like, okay? So once again, por favor, do the research, go to the Chino Hills High website for those of you who are in my class, follow the links, and then if you follow all of the links that I have at my website, then you have access to this. What you're looking at right now is your libro, your textbook, but not just your textbook, it's the digital version of the textbook. Yeah. Now, don't get it twisted though. You still need your textbook in Spanish class, okay? If you have me for Spanish, you need to participate and you got to make sure that you have your required materials en la clase de Español to ensure your success. So what's going to happen right about now, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are going to review all of the essential vocabulary that you need to know for chapter para empezar. How do you know it's essential? Well, if you've noticed throughout the libro, maybe you've noticed, but if you've been looking at your book up to this point, notice that a lot of these pages in your book, they have vocabulary words highlighted, well, not highlighted, but they are in blue letters, blue words and letters, okay? That means that that is the stuff that you need to know. That is the vocabulary that you are expected to learn. And not only are you do you need to know how to what they mean, you need to know also how to say them out loud and how they sound in Español. And so it's not good enough that you just look at it on a paper and then you say, oh, okay, that's what that means. The goal is for you to also know how to speak it. The goal is also for you to know how to recognize it when you hear it spoken. So that's why the best thing to do in this situation for this video número 2 is for you to follow me to page 22 and 23, página 22, página 23. It's a lot of vocabulary for this first chapter, chapter para empezar. That means to begin. And we're not even on chapter 1 yet. Isn't that crazy? But again, that's the strategy. Thanks for hanging with me, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to start from the top, work our way all the way down. And you're going to hear me say all of these Spanish words in blue. Your job is to look, listen, and repeat. Okay? So once again, you're going to hear Señor Barbosa speak all of these required vocabulary words and phrases. And it is up to you to look, listen, and repeat to Señor Barbosa so that you can acquire these up here so that you know how to use them en la clase de Español. And then, of course, we build up from there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let's start with the vocabulary that has to do with you being at school to greet somebody. Look, listen, and repeat. Here we go. Buenos días. Buenos días. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Hola. Hola. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo. Encantado. Encantada. Don't forget, if you're a guy, say encantado. If you're a girl, say encantada. Igualmente. Igualmente. Mucho gusto. Mucho gusto. Señor. Señor. Señora. Señora. Señorita. Señorita. Okay, let's ask and tell how somebody is. ¿Cómo está usted? ¿Cómo está usted? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Don't forget, ¿cómo estás for a buddy of yours? ¿Cómo está usted if you're talking to somebody with an important job or somebody older? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? ¿Y tú? ¿Y tú? ¿Y usted? ¿Y usted? Again, don't forget, tú, informal. Usted, formal. Muy bien. Muy bien. Nada. Nada. Regular. Regular. Gracias. Gracias. All right, let's practice some goodbyes. Adiós. Adiós. Hasta luego. Hasta luego. Hasta mañana. Hasta mañana. Nos vemos. Nos vemos. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to words that you use to tell time. ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? In Mexico, you would say this. ¿Qué horas son? ¿Qué horas son? Either one works. Es la una. Es la una. Son las. And then the time. Let me break this down for you really quick. Es la una, it is 1 o'clock. 1 is a singular number, okay? Now, if you want to say 2 o'clock, you don't say es la dos. You don't say that. You say son las dos. Dos, plural, okay? More than one is plural. So basically from 2 o'clock to 12 o'clock, it's always going to be son las dos, son las tres, son las cuatro, son las cinco, and so on, okay? The only hour of the day when you say es la is 1 o'clock, es la una, okay? Repeat after me. Son las 2:30. Son las 2:30. That means it's 2:30. Son las 3:15. Son las 3:15. That means it's 3:15. And then the rest of these we can practice in la clase de español, okay? Menos cuarto. That means minus 15 minutes, all right? The word menos means minus. Once again, repeat after me. Menos. Repeat after me. Menos cuarto. All right? We're going to come back to numbers. We're going to come back to talking about the body. That's going to be separate. Let's go on to the classroom. Repeat after me. El bolígrafo. El bolígrafo. However, it's more common to say this. Repeat after me. La pluma. la pluma. Okay? La carpeta. La carpeta. Okay, but try this. El folder. El folder. You know, you're going to see in Spanish that a lot of English words are more and more becoming Spanish words now. So that's something you can say, but let's go on. El cuaderno. El cuaderno. El estudiante. La estudiante. El estudiante, if you're a guy. La estudiante, if you're a girl. La hoja de papel. La hoja de papel. El lápiz. El lápiz. El libro. El libro. El profesor. La profesora. Once again, el profesor for a guy, la profesora for a girl. El pupitre. El pupitre. La sala de clases. La sala de clases. All right, ladies and gentlemen, motoring right along. Let's talk about words that have to do with the date. Repeat after me. El año. El año. El día. El día. El mes. El mes. La semana. La semana. ¿Qué día es hoy? ¿Qué día es hoy? ¿Cuál es la fecha? ¿Cuál es la fecha? Es el, and then there's a number, de, and then there's a month. Okay, let me break this down really quick. So if today is August 20th, es el 20 de agosto. Es el 20 de agosto. Es el primero de. Es el primero de. And then, of course, you have the month right there. So if it's the 1st of August, es el primero de agosto. Es el primero de agosto. And then we're going to come back to days of the week and months of the year a bit later. Hoy. Hoy. Mañana. Mañana. Okay. So, like I said, days of the week, months of the year, we're going to come back to that. Let's go to other useful words. Repeat after me. ¿Cuántos? ¿Cuántas? ¿Cuántos? ¿Cuántas? En. I. Por favor. Por favor. All right. To ask for help, repeat after me. ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice? Se dice. Se dice. ¿Cómo se escribe? ¿Cómo se escribe? Se escribe. Se escribe. ¿Qué quiere decir? ¿Qué quiere decir? Quiere decir. quiere decir? Moving on, señoritas y señores, to página 23, page 23. There it is, página 23. Let's talk about the weather. Here we go. Repeat after me. El tiempo. El tiempo. Now, in Spanish, el tiempo can also mean time, but in this case it means the weather, all right? Here we go. Repeat after me. ¿Qué tiempo hace? ¿Qué tiempo hace? Hace calor. Hace calor. Hace frío. Hace frío. Hace sol. Hace sol. Hace viento. Hace viento. Llueve. Llueve. Nieva. Nieva. Let's talk about the seasons. La estación. La estación. El invierno. El invierno. El otoño. El otoño. La primavera. La primavera. El verano. El verano. So in the last video, señoritas y señores, video número 1, we already talked about counting up to 100. If you missed it, then go back to the first video that I did, and that's on page 7 in your libro. Let's go to página 9, talking about the body. All right, so let's kind of flip back, pretend that we have a book open, and we're flipping back to page 9, página 9. And let's take a look at some parts of the body that you're going to need to know for this chapter. There it is, right over there. You can see right over here. Repeat after me. El cuerpo. El cuerpo, the body. So let's start from the top, work our way down. Here we go. Repeat after me. La cabeza. La cabeza. El ojo. El ojo. La nariz. La nariz. La boca. La boca. El brazo. El brazo. El dedo. El dedo. La mano. La mano. El estómago. El estómago. La pierna. La pierna. El pie. El pie. Looks like pie, but it's actually pie, all right? You know, sometimes, especially if you're playing sports, you might get hurt. Be careful out there, people. So if you get hurt, this is something you might say. Repeat after me. Ay, me duele. Ay, me duele. Or sometimes you might have a headache. Check this out. Ay, me duele la cabeza. Ay, me duele la cabeza. Oh, in this picture right over here, he's playing soccer, he hurt his foot. Ay, me duele el pie. Ay, me duele el pie. All right. Ay, me duele el estómago. Ay, me duele el estómago. So, as you could tell, first you say, ay, me duele, and then the name of the part of the body that ails you. All right. Finally, señoritas y señores, for the vocabulary for chapter PE, para empezar, we're going to go over the days of the week and the months of the year, and that's going to be on página 14, page 14 in your libro. And there it is. Repeat after me, everybody. El calendario y la fecha. El calendario y la fecha. All right, the calendar and the date. Ladies and gentlemen, let's analyze really briefly the Spanish-speaking calendar. Well, as you can see, here it is. Here's your month. Repeat after me. El mes. El mes. Here's your day. Repeat after me. El día. El día. And then you can see right there in orange, the week. Repeat after me. La semana. La semana. Something you're going to have to get used to real quick, ladies and gentlemen, when looking at a Spanish calendar. The day of the week starts on a Monday. It does not start on a Sunday like English calendars do, okay? So be very careful. We're going to start on Monday, and then the week ends on a Sunday, okay? Once again, English calendars, they start on a Sunday. Spanish calendars start on a Monday. So let's start with Monday and then say all of these from left to right. Oh, also, take a look. Not capitalized. Not capitalized. Days of the week are not capitalized. Down here, look at this. Months of the year, not capitalized either. All right. So, oh, and it says that right over here at the bottom of page 14. Right over there. So here we go. Days of the week. Repeat after me. Lunes. Lunes. Martes. Martes. Miércoles. Miércoles. Jueves. Jueves. Viernes. Viernes. Sábado. Sábado. Domingo. Domingo. All right. So just to give you an example of all this, pretend that it's August 30th. Then the way the date would spell out, or the way it would play out, it would be like this. Es sábado el 30 de agosto. Saturday, 30th of August, okay? So you start off small and you go bigger, okay? Day, date, month. And that's how a Spanish calendar works. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the very last thing that we are going to cover in this video, number 2, número 2, months of the year. Repeat after me. Los meses del año. Los meses del año. Okay, los meses are the months. Del año, of the year. Año is year. Repeat after me. Here we go. Enero. Enero. Febrero. Febrero. Marzo. Marzo. Abril. Abril. Mayo. Mayo. Junio. Junio. Julio. Julio. Agosto. Agosto. Septiembre. Septiembre. Octubre. Octubre. Noviembre. Noviembre. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, diciembre. Diciembre. Muy bien? Muy bien. All right, ladies and gentlemen, señoritas y señores, that's just about gonna do it for video número 2. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching these homework videos. Don't forget to leave your comment below. If you are in one of my classes, you're gonna need to leave that comment so that you can get credit for watching these homework videos. And if you're not in any of my classes, and like I said, hey, thanks for finding me on here. And hopefully these videos will be useful for you learning Spanish level 1. That's gonna do it for me, señoritas y señores. I told you there was a lot of material to get to this video. I wasn't lying. So let's try to stick with it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try to stay positive out there. Sí se puede. Yes, we can. We can learn Español. Anybody can speak Spanish. And that's the mindset that you have to be successful in taking Spanish class. All right. I will be back next time, ladies and gentlemen, for a brand new homework video to help you more en la clase de Español. This is Señor Barbosa signing off. I will say adios for now from my casa, and I will see you guys very, very soon back en la clase de Español. ¿Sí? Sí, muy bien. Hasta pronto.